The programming tool. For some of you guys that don't know, we have a software. It's called PCT. It's a programming tool, software tool. The tool is an inexpensive tool that you can get from Jackson. The tool allows you to download controllers, commission controllers. We have VAV Box test flow software built into it. You can actually check out your configuration even before you send it out on the job. It's a really neat software, very simple to use. But what's going to be released in that, also in 6.0, is because you'll have to get that because the new controllers will be listed in there now. So the PCAs, the PCB backnet, which is the VAV controller, backnet controller, will be in there now, and also the N2. Again, you use that same PCT software to configure the new N2 controllers also. You won't use HVAC Pro anymore. And then also the extended temperature. We upgraded the box flow test. And then we also included support for the dual dock boxes because there wasn't much in there. So you get configs for them, but just not us.
Did they finally put pressure dependent on there too?
Yep.
Did they?
Let's see. Also, now it also supports the new network sensors with the occupancy detection, which is one of the things we added. There's a new advanced tab. And if anybody's interested, I guess also you could maybe let me or Angie know. A lot of times we just come in and we do a training class, like a few hour training class. We can do that again. I think we did it last year sometime. We can do it again. We can just make it simple in the morning and then maybe some in-depth stuff in the afternoon again. And usually we make that one free. I mean, it doesn't give you a full, everything, but it gives you quite a bit on how to, program the controllers and stuff in a pretty good class. And we can do that again if anybody's interested. Because I can bring somebody in from Milwaukee or wherever to help out. The regular training class, though, if you want to get that too, there's a 5-day training class for all the controllers, which sometimes they're held here locally. A lot of times in Milwaukee, they're all over the place. If you guys want to do that too. But the new advanced tab allows some new alarming and scheduling and trending, and I can show you some of that stuff later. It's easier in the software. New simple central plant application. This is kind of neat. You can actually now, if anybody remembers our old HVAC Pro days and then the new days, where you pick an air handler routine and you download into the controller. Well, say if you had an air handler and maybe you wanted to do a VAV controller in the same, or a VAV box in the same controller, you were never ever able to do that. Well, now, at least we did get a start on it, you can actually do a boiler and a chiller program in one controller. So you don't need a separate controller for a chiller and a separate one for a boiler. One controller, and you can put their 2 different sequences in one controller. It's pretty slick. It doesn't have a ton of things for the chiller and boiler applications, but for simple boiler and chiller. Because our central cooling plant has a ton of things it can do for chillers. And one of the things, I don't know if anybody's used the CPO10 that's built into there yet. A lot of guys don't even know about it, or it's really kind of built in there. It's called CPO10. It's our chiller optimization program. It's actually built into that software. You guys can sell that to save energy. It's a huge program. It's free. It's already built into the controller. So, and I have some separate slides that we could talk about that. So, that's the one about the chiller. Let's see. There's some new user interface enhancements. Now you can do, during the simulation, you can actually, or commissioning, I should say, either one, I guess. The state tables, and they actually update so the users can identify them quickly, or just kind of, you can see them right now when you're actually troubleshooting your control lines, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I mean, it really helps out a lot. And again, I know some of you guys may not know what this means, but we can have a class and go over this stuff if anybody's there. trunk utilities. Now you can actually supports adding the present values and the hardware attributes. Again, these are some new things. I know not everybody's going to know some of those, but Really Slick makes it easy. Go ahead.
Can you now add 10K instead of having to go back and change it all?
Yeah.
You can. Okay,
Also, the trunk utilities, same tree information that when you're exposed and out to BACnet exposed tab. So whenever you're doing your reports, makes that easier. There's also now an actual call it help, but now you can hit F1 and now it's right from the wizard and get more information on the selection of the controller options, which is kind of nice, which we didn't have either. So now if you don't know what a VAV dual duct application is, we actually walk through and tell you what it is. So that wasn't available either. So it's kind of nice. Some more things on the user interface. Now you can tailor the screen, the panels, resizing. You can lock and not so much lock, but docking and undocking them. I call them locking because it's what Wilmer calls them. Panels, split screens, and so you can actually set up your actual view a lot of different ways now. So, it's just easier to move them around. Some of the other things, learning modules. Johnson Controls has so many learning modules and stuff out there that a lot of guys, and we just have not actually posted or shared with our distribution channel, or really any channel except for internal Johnson Controls. And they're working on posting more of that stuff, like through the community, that you can go out and actually do online training and stuff. And whether it's for pneumatics, whether it's for project management or sales tools. We have so many things, ethics. I mean, any Johnson guy or employees will tell you, we have to go through so much stuff, it's crazy, ethics training and this training and that kind of training. And we're going to start sharing some of that stuff and training classes with the customers, and it's really good stuff. Just even sales, how to sell. So it's pretty cool stuff. So even for maybe your internal employees and that. So a lot of good things there. They're really trying to work on a lot of different kinds. But the standard stuff, I think more on the controller level, is going to be posted somewhere that's first. So don't know when yet. It is going to be posted.